no man left behind, right?
That's awesome.
Never. Okay, guys, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm stranded in Mexico. The real adventure starts when something goes wrong. As we traveled through Baja, my Jeep developed an incurable thirst for coolant. With every stop, I was feeding the Jeep coolant and clearing misfire codes. As we pulled into Guerrero Negro on Friday afternoon, my Jeep decided it was done and would no longer start. Yost and Marco helped me diagnose the problem, while Natalie found a local mechanic. At this point, I knew my trip to Baja was going to be extended. I just didn't know for how long.
New oil, put it back together.
New seals.
And put like a liquid to block the, and then seal it, and then hopefully that will start.
Okay. And he can do that.
He can't, no lo puede hacer hoy, ¿verdad? Tiene que ser mañana.
No, hoy no.
Tomorrow. Ahora, ¿tienes un lugar seguro donde se quede el carro?
Sí.
Sí. Yeah, he can leave the vehicle in his shop. It's safe.
So I'm being towed to the local mechanic shop by a Honda Element with a very short tow strap. Pretty sketchy, but we're making way. Oh my gosh, I'm stranded in Mexico. This is crazy, absolutely crazy. A lot of faith in God right now. I know I'm in His hands. I know I'm in good hands. Looks like our trip to Baja has been extended by no less than a day. My trailer is being pulled by Yost with the Gladiator, and Beth is with Natalie. Marco is behind me, making sure nobody runs up my ass end. And Built Rots, R-O-T-S, here in Guerrero Negro is my knight in shining armor right now. Yeah, this is not how we expected to end our time in Guerrero Negro, but here we are. Oh my gosh! Power steering. How did people do it in the 60s? Oh my gosh. Stupid crazy. This is gonna be interesting. What kind of gearing does that thing have? South. Okay, Jeep is away for the night. These guys right here are gonna make it as good as new.
Good as new.
My new friends.
Como nuevo.
When you're in this part of Baja, Built Rots Automotive. These are your go-to guys. Handed off the camera to Yost, who's been with me through all my worries on this trip. But seriously, when you are part of a community that is like ours, it's one person's problem is all of our problems. If this happened to any of us, we would still be in the same place doing the same thing for each other, because that's what we do for each other. So with that, we're gonna go find some sand and crash for the night. And Yost has my trailer. Hopefully he doesn't forget that it's back there, because I've seen him drive. So. Guerrero Negro for the night, hopefully just for the night. Suffered what appears to be a catastrophic mechanical as we pulled into town. We don't know what's going on with my Jeep yet, but it is in the hands of a local mechanic. He's going to break down the motor today, open it up, and see what caused it to just not start, possibly seize. So prayerfully, we're back on the road today, but as the old saying goes, we're here making lemonade out of lemons, but since we're in Mexico, probably more like margaritas out of the limes. These are scallops. They're huge. The shells are huge. But the buttery goodness that comes from them is out of this world. Baja has been quite the adventure, quite the journey, a learning experience. Not sure that we would have done anything differently since we were already down here when our engine problems started. We're just fortunate that we got as close to the US-Mexico border and that we were in a town when everything went south on us. So with that, I think it's time for some coffee. Hopefully the saga of my Jeep is coming to an end. The irony of all of this has been we all wanted an extra day in Baja. We didn't want it this way, and this is probably one of the best days we had with the things that we've all gotten to do. Beth and the ladies and Yost got to go whale watching and got to interact with whales of all different species here in Guerrero Negro. I got to learn how to hunt for scallops and octopus and do a little bit of spear fishing. That was absolutely beyond amazing. But as the sun begins to lower over the horizon, we just got the phone call that my Jeep is ready. It's running. Though it was serious, it wasn't catastrophic. There ended up being some water in 2 of the cylinders. They were able to sort that out. They drained, they flushed, they pulled the oil pan, and there was no metal in the bottom of the oil pan. All the cylinders, all the lifters, all the cams looked great. So everything's back together.
Incredible. How are you feeling, man?
I'm feeling satisfied. I had a Snickers bar.
one heck of a way to have a Snickers bar.
Oh my gosh. We have a motor that's working. I hear no ticks.
So the water is because of the sealer.
Okay.
Okay, so you keep it 2 days running like that, and
Okay.
then flush everything out, and then start.
Okay.
Start with the coolant.
Okay.
Este es el sellador. Acá está. Dice dejarlo 1 hora en relating en marcha mínima o conduzca el vehículo durante 2 días.
Okay, you drive the vehicle for 2 hours,
Okay.
so the sealer will do its job,
Okay.
and then after that, just flush everything out and clean it.
Okay. So drive it back to the States like this.
No hay ningún problema. Yo lo he traído en mis carros personales, así con el. Y de hecho ni se lo he tirado nada.
My Jeep is alive. Super stoked. So Nestor here work some incredible magic. In less than 12 hours, he broke my motor down, took the heads off, discovered that there was water in 2 of the cylinders, pulled those, made sure all the cylinders were operational, was able to hand crank the motor with no issues. Once he flushed all of that out, he pulled the oil pan and noticed that there were no metal shavings. Gave us a call, put everything back together, gave us a call that things were ready and running and we're ready to go. So if you guys are ever in this part of Baja and have a mechanical, this is the guy, no doubt. Super stoked here.
Once you got the water out, then it and the starter was bad too, right?
No te entiendo.
The starter no bueno, sí.
Ah, el start, okay.
Sí.
La moto con rines dorados, ¿no?
Sí, mo.
Yeah.
Todo bien.
Todo bien, todo bien. Our last day in Baja is not coming to the end that we all hoped for or expected. We went to pick up the Jeep yesterday and it ran. Motor sounded great, everything was going good, and then I went to take it for a test drive and came back and the water pump was leaking profusely. Our choices were to try to take it back to the US, driving it, bringing copious amounts of water with us and just taking a chance, or leave it here, order a water pump and let Nestor install the water pump. We opted for the latter. With that, best case scenario, water pump is in stock in here tomorrow. Worst case scenario, it's not in stock and we'll have it in Guerrero Negro by Tuesday, putting me on the road either Tuesday afternoon or first thing Wednesday morning back for the US. So the group is going to head north today. Beth is going with them, and Yost will be pulling my trailer, dropping it off at Marco's house, and I will be staying back here in Guerrero Negro for a couple of days to make sure the work gets done, which I have no reason not to believe it wouldn't get done. I cannot say enough good things about Nestor and his shop here in Guerrero Negro. Absolutely one of the most professional shops that I've been to. So with that, we're gonna finish packing. I gotta pull some stuff out of the Jeep, find a place to sleep for the next few days.